There's a moment in history that changed everything, a moment of pain, of sacrifice, of love that many people know about, but few truly understand. This is the story of the crucifixion of Jesus Christ, the beginning of the end. It started in the night, a quiet moment, in a garden called Gethsemane. Jesus knew what was coming, the betrayal, the suffering, the cross, and in that moment, he prayed, "Father, if it is possible, let this cup pass from me." Matthew 26-39. But then, he said something powerful, "Yet not as I will, but as you will." The betrayal. Then it happened. One of his own disciples came with soldiers. A kiss was the sign. And just like that, Jesus was arrested. The trials. He was taken before leaders, falsely accused, mocked, beaten. They asked him, "Are you the Son of God?" And though they didn't believe, he stood in truth. Before the crowd, he was brought before the people, and the crowd had a choice: release Jesus or release a criminal. And they shouted, "Crucify him." Think about that. The same people who once followed him now turned against him. The suffering. He was whipped, beaten, a crown of thorns placed on his head. They mock him, King of the Jews. But they didn't understand. He truly was king. The cross. Then came the cross. Heavy, rough, placed on his shoulders. He carried it through pain, through weakness, through the crowd, until he reached the place called Golgotha, the crucifixion. They nailed him to the cross, hands, feet lifted up for all to see. And there he hung, between heaven and earth. People watched. Some mocked, some cried, some didn't understand. Words that changed everything. Even in pain, Jesus spoke, "Father, forgive them, for they do not know what they are doing." Luke 23-34. Think about that. In his suffering, he chose forgiveness. The darkness. Then something strange happened. The sky grew dark. The earth shook. And in that moment, Jesus cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" Matthew 27-46. The final moment. And then, with his final breath, he said, "It is finished." John 19:30. And he gave up his spirit. What most people miss. But here's the truth many don't understand. This was not defeat. It looked like loss. It looked like the end. But it was actually the greatest victory. Because on that cross, Jesus took sign, pain, punishment for all humanity. The real meaning. The crucifixion was not just about death. It was about love. A love so deep that he chose the cross. For you watching this, whatever you're going through, remember this. You are loved. You are not forgotten. And because of that sacrifice, you have hope. The story doesn't end here, because the cross was not the end. There's something coming next. Something powerful. Something that changes everything. If this message touched you, comment "Thank you, Jesus," and subscribe for more powerful Bible messages.